Should you max Peleus or from the Trojan treasures Hector? And should you do the will to skill? Well, in this video, sponsored by the makers of the game, I'm going to give you my guidance around who should invest in whom and exactly how many sculptures to place. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and do exactly what I'm advising. So let's talk about it. Now, you're probably subscribed to the channel, so you've heard me say before that if you have only one cav march, and my gear's all over the place right now, don't mind my dust, pardon my dust, that, gosh, I would wait to see what the kit is on the new cavalry commanders. And last week, I said we'd probably find out about what those skills are going to be in the next couple weeks. So if you're a one cavalry march player, and you're like, hey, yo, should I max Achilles now? I would say, like, guys, I still think you should wait and see what the new kits are. Hopefully, we will find out about those before the end of this Son of Peleus bundle, but I am going to go and max this bundle on my main account, because on my main account, I have 2 cavalry marches, and there's 2 strategies that you can run for 2 cavalry marches. Strategy number 1 is to hold on to wedge for as long as possible, and I don't think that's going to be the most damage you can deal. But Omniarch pointed out and reminded everybody that the dev said like 6 months ago, we're going to get a new formation, 3 of them technically. 1 for combo, 1 for smite, and 1 for skill damage, if I remember correctly. And so we're going to get some new combo formation in the next 6 months. So I've already got 1 delta combo damage formation. I've got 1 wedge formation. I might try to just use that for as long as possible. So I plan to use who is it? We're going to use Huo and Arthur, and new Cav Commander plus Achilles hopefully works. If not, I'm going to have to rethink it. But for my position as a 2-march player who already has committed to Delta anyways, I feel like this is a pretty big no-brainer to move in on Achilles. And it's not that many sculptures. It's not that many dollars that I can get this way anyways. So let's go do it. And I may need to go get some flux scripts to be able to do this. So for $5, I get 10 legendary commander sculptures. I do have a flux script. If you are new to the channel, I'll have a link in the description. There's also a link in game. It's the official store where you can go and basically pre-purchase bundles and at your convenience exchange the script for an equivalent value bundle. And on top of that, you also get some coins. I'm basically out of coins. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but here we are. So probably gonna have to buy some more. Anyways, so for $5, we get the 10 legendary commander sculptures for Achilles. I get some sovereign keys, an army expansion, and some speeds. And I get some speeds over here, some stars, and some resources. Totally fine. Now, for $10, I'm getting 10 more sculptures. I get 24-hour shield, a few sovereign keys, a few speeds. I mean, for $10, I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. I take this bundle, and I actually do need to go get more scripts. I thought I might be low. Let's go do that now. Okay, there we go. Purchase is in. I did 3 times the $35 package. So it's the 5, the 10, and the 20, 3 times. I also get these coins on top. Let's go back to where the bundle is, which I guess is over here in the events. Son of Peleus. And there it is. Yeah, $10. Lock in. There it is. We are scaling. Yes, sir. Boom. Boom. Okay, now from here, $20 for 20 more sculptures. Okay, sure. Couple keys, couple speeds, $20, $20. So like $1 a sculpture is kind of where we're at here, right? For results. Okay. I mean, I got enough universals to finish that out, and that's it. I don't think this event's gonna reset. I don't think wait. New reward bundles will be unlocked each day of the event. You can only claim a reward bundle once you've claimed all previous bundles. New reward bundles will be unlocked each day of the event. So aren't you glad you watched the video? Because if you didn't watch that little detail, I just got a message from someone who said they've already maxed Achilles, which, like, I don't know if I'll buy more tiers of this bundle or not, but the end of the event, all rewards you've unlocked but not claimed will be automatically sent, WDevs. If you request a refund for a given bundle, your progress will be reset and you will lose any rewards you claimed. Okay, got it. Cool. Claim valuable rewards for every day of the event. Wow. Okay, well. It could be that this bundle will go further to the right, or it could be that we just have this all refresh. I don't know what it's going to be. I guess it goes to the right maybe, but again, hard to say. But we do have Achilles. I can now summon him. Summoning him is going to get me the Writer of History bundle, which you know, but I will just remind you that Writer of History is $5 for 10 sculptures. So, 50 cents a sculpture is obviously, and these are universals, a good bit better than a buck a sculpture, which is kind of what we were getting there. All right, well, we have Achilles. Now, the reason that I'm not just going to rush max him is in part because, as it turns out, this event is going to refresh bundles. Very interesting. But also, as I mentioned, I want to see the kit of the new cavalry. I'm very interested. So what I want to do over the next 5, almost 6 days is I want to commit enough sculptures to max this out. I am confident enough in Achilles in particular that I would spend 200 sculptures, including universals if needed, to do this event. The way this event works is if you use, universal commander sculptures. Okay. I guess they have to be universal. Exchange your universal sculptures for Achilles or Hector to increase your progress. So it has to be the universals. I mean, I still am 200 sculptures confident in Achilles. The dude's going to be very good. Very, very good. And he could pair with the new commander, or he could pair well with Arthur. Again, it's all TBD. I mean, we know he pairs well with Arthur, but he could also be good with a new commander that we're expecting very soon. So when I apply these sculptures onto Achilles, I can confirm that we do not, in fact, get them in will to skill. It's going to have to be the universals. I mean, I think he's going to be very, very good, but it just kind of is what it is. So let's just see what happens here. When I deploy these, okay, do we get any progress? I think the answer should be no, and it is no. So it's going to have to be universals. To prove that, I can go back to Achilles. We go calves, and we can just do this real quick. So I had none, no credit, and I can use 10 universals. And there you go. Now, how many sculptures of Achilles are they going to let us buy in total? I don't know. Are they going to let us buy all 700? That will be kind of interesting. I don't think that the prior Ragnar Prime bundle went that far. I'll have a card in the end screen for Ragnar Prime's bundle. You can get a look at that. I would be shocked if it is very different from that one. I would have kind of expected it to be exactly the same. It's just been a really long time since we've seen that bundle. Which brings us, see, there's the 10, which brings us to Hector and the Trojan treasures. Now, you get 10 free keys a day, and I think you get them every day. Daily limit reached, and there were 10 of them here, so don't miss out on that. Then 200 keys, you can pay 600 gemmies a pop to go and get. And there are bundles here that you can go and buy to go and get more keys. Now, these bundles, do they reset daily, or are they one-time purchases? I'm not sure. Let's buy the $5 bundle real quick and see if it indicates a refresh timer. No refresh timer indicated. These may not refresh. It just says sold out. So there may be a limit to the number of draws you can ultimately do here based on the limitations of the bundle. There is a 1.4% chance of a Hector sculpture and a 17.4% chance. Actually, it's 10 Hector sculptures is the 1.398% chance. 17.482% chance for one sculpture. All right. And almost 14% chance of speed ups. But everything else that's here is, there's 21% chance of speed ups over here too. So 600 gems. I don't know. The bad outcome would be Tomes of Knowledge. The bad outcome would be resources, and the bad outcome will be stars. So the percent chance of a good outcome is what? You're looking at 20%, like 35% plus another. I mean, you end up at almost like 50% chance of a pretty good outcome. 600 gems, like it is entirely possible that all the gems for those keys is worth. Let's just open 20 I have and see how we do here. I definitely want to unlock Hector. And I should look. I had some commanders I could unlock already. So maybe, wait, can I already unlock Hector? I should go check. Unlike a Wheel of Fortune, there's no tiered rewards here. So you got to keep in mind that Wheel of Fortune, you do get the tiered rewards. Here you don't yet. It's actually the ranged commanders here that I can summon. So I do want to have Hector summonable. But where am I at with Hector? My stance on him is largely unchanged. I don't think he's that great in the open field. He's too versatile and not good enough in any one thing. He wasn't good in cavalry duels one-on-one, which is like, if he was going to be good anywhere, he should have really excelled there with a single target damage. So I'm not convinced that Hector will be a rock star, personally. I'm open to being wrong and that there's some KVK context where that's not true. I have, of course, seen a lot of chatter about Hector in the garrison. Until that's done with a balance mode test, I'm not really convinced that that's necessarily true, but I'm certainly open to the idea that he could be okay in a garrison or even good. I may run my own tests in the coming days in a balance mode just to go and see. Kind of depends on how crazy my schedule is, and my schedule is pretty crazy. So I'm going to pull for Hector, though, to have the option. I think having the option with commanders is very important. Now, where will he show up? I mean, at some point down the road, I think he'll end up in the daily special offer. Is Ragnar Prime in here in the daily special offer? I thought he was. There he is. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't think it's overly critical. I think the loot from this could be all right. Let's grab the $10 bundle. Let's do it this way. And I am getting gems from this too, by the way. So let's drop the 10 keys here. See how we do. Oh, this time, yeah, see, I mean, if I had spent gems on this, would I be happy with 2 sculptures and over 24 hours of speeds? Well, you can do this math real quick. The 2 sculptures is 2,000 gems of, well, 2,000 gems? How many gems of value? It depends on if you're thinking about it in terms of wheel value or sculpture value over here. You could consider that to be worth 4,000 gems, 2,000 a pop. I mean, if you think sculptures are worth 2,000 gems a pop, then I think spending the gems is likely to be a really good plan on this event. Plus, we got the speed ups. So all those 8-hour speeds. I mean, it's more than a 24-hour speed, but that's worth like 600 gems to me. So, yeah, I mean, you could justify gem spending here. I'm going to just pop another bundle here. $20. Interestingly, the $50 bundle is rated as higher value than the $20 bundle. But dollars per key, we're winning over here on this $20 bundle. Huh. Okay, whatever. Let's go for it. I got 25 more pulls. Let's get ourselves an unlock, gosh darn it. Here we go. Can we full pull? We can. Easy clap. Honestly, easy clap. So yeah, like a full pull, that would run me 6,000 gems to pull this. For 10 sculptures is like, but this is a chase prize, right? Plus a decent amount of speeds here. All right, and then I can spend the rest of these keys. And again, I don't know if these bundles or some of these are, another 10 pull. Actually, legit. Now I'm just getting really lucky. If I want to be fancy, I can spend a few gems. Okay, get back up to 10 keys. You know, dude, you know you're in a weird state of mind when you don't want to pull one at a time 5 times. You have to take it to 10. That's weird. I guess I'm the weirdo. But there we are. We got a couple more sculptures. I'll probably take a little more time, take a step back, or even update a pinned comment with my thoughts on the value for gems on this. At 600 gems a pop, it all depends on how good you think Hector's going to be. And you know my stance on this one. I think he's a wait and see. And I think he's a wait and see because I'm not entirely confident he's going to be meta in the garrison. I think he could be good. But I don't think he's going to be meta in the field. And most people don't have the leadership stuff to run in primary anyways, so he ends up being a secondary, but I couldn't find a great secondary for him, but you know, I need to do more testing on that front. So I have a to-do. I have a homework assignment, which maybe we'll do on stream together. So if you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe to the channel. I think that both of these commanders are worth having available to you to work on should we uncover something crazy with them. And I think of the two, Achilles is stronger, including in an artifact KV case, or even without an artifact, some crazy stuff with Sargon. But I covered that in a prior video. So if you want to see my whole spiel about Achilles, where I went off the deep end, I'll have a card in the end screen. But the long story short is, I feel like we still really want to see the kit of the new commander, the new cavalry that are likely to be around the corner, and we'll be able to make much more informed decisions. So unless you're fighting in Kingsland tomorrow, chill, is my opinion. If you're fighting in Kingsland tomorrow, I mean, I'd max him if it was my, doing it on my main account. I would just max him for Kingsland tomorrow. But I'm not in Kingsland tomorrow. I'm in Home Kingdom. And the KVK that I'm in, Kingsland is already long over and there was no fighting. So I don't have any fighting. So, there's no need to deploy things. I mean, gosh, the best tip I'm giving you in this video is actually that. That's the real pro tip that I've been saying for ages. But I got this KVK reward. It's Hunter. I want to put it onto my QSH march. And I'm not doing it because I'm probably going to get I hope I get a better armament to put it on between now and our next KVK fight. So in my perfect world, I save long enough. And then before that KVK fight, I have a better armament to put it on. I got some decent choices. I got some good choices, but I get a really good one of these to drop it on with some high all damage, some archer stats to boot, and I can re-roll the rest. It's kind of my stance. All right. Anyways, this vid's gone long enough. If you enjoyed it, throw a like on or subscribe. Check the cards in the end screen. They're relevant videos. I think you're going to like them. So check them out.